the Deathnote live action movie that was released on Netflix. This movie was so hated by all anime fans, as pretty much every live action adaptation of anime is. But this one was fantastically hated. And there are some things about it I definitely don't like. But again, allow me to explain. First off, I guess what I can definitely agree is bad are the music. It just had the weirdest, shittest music. The music had this weird 80s love ballad vibe for some reason. The most inappropriate music possible for Deathnote. That's weird. I don't know what that was all about. And the main dude who played Light, the main character, he overacts a lot. Like when he has to freak out because he sees someone's head get fucking exploded, he really freaks out. But not in a way that feels like a person panicking. Just like a guy overacting. But those are two things I would definitely have changed. Fix the music, fix the overacting. But beyond that, the Deathnote live action movie was definitely different from the anime, but there was so much about it that I liked. Visually, it was cool. Willem Dafoe was very cool. And the girl, I don't remember that character's name, but she was so fucking cool in that movie. And I think she's a great example of like how hard it is to adapt anime. Because anime characters, you're not gonna like this if you're an anime fan, but this is the hard truth. Anime characters are shit. They don't act like human beings. They only work within the context of anime. Once you go to live action, you cannot have characters act like their anime counterparts because anime characters don't act like human beings. Not even a little. Anime is 100% trope and 0% real human experience. That's just how it fucking is. And everyone's used to it because that's what anime does. But when you make a live action version, you gotta change it. You have to. And Deathnote is certainly no different. People are like, oh, the main guy Light, he's not like in the anime. In the anime, he's such a cool, calm, collected super genius. And the detective who he's butting heads with is such a cool, calm, collected super genius. And meanwhile, this chick that he hangs out with is like this gothic bubblehead who, like I said, is not even 1% like a human being, is not at all like a real person, is just this stupid fucking character that only fits in an anime. So to be upset that the Deathnote live action is not like the anime, you really think that's possible? You really think that's a thing that can happen? That cannot happen. You cannot put these characters in live action because they aren't human. They're anime archetypes. They're tropes. They're walking tropes. And the detective guy, I thought that was an all right twist. Maybe the main dude, you know, if I was going to criticize any of them, I didn't think it was so bad, but he really is quite different from his anime counterpart. Maybe that is a little annoying. But the girl, oh man, they did such a good job. Where instead of this just nonsense character that she was in the anime, she really does feel like, all right, here's this girl he meets at school who's maybe a little out of his league, but then when she learns he has this death note and has this power to kill people, you learn what a fucking weirdo she is and all of the weird problems going on under her brain. And her hooking up with him and wanting to be a part of this whole situation, I just thought she was killer. She was so good. I don't know that actress's name, but I haven't really seen her in very much other stuff. And I was so surprised because I'm like, man, if anyone's gonna break out from this, it's gotta be her. She is so good in this. And again, I guess I'm just like picking and choosing, right? I'm just finding the slice. Like, again, it's like, okay, maybe the only part I actually really liked was this one character. But this one character was so good. Like, there's no other character like that in anything else, up to and including the anime. The character in the anime is garbage. The character in this live action one is excellent. That's worth points to me. That's worth, that's good. That makes it worthwhile that this thing exists. And just to get on the tits of anime fans a little more, I'd also like to point out that Deathnote was a 2-season anime, and season 1 was really good. It's an excellent anime. It's especially neat because it's always like one step ahead of you. Instead of dragging out its plot, it's always like pushing forward. And you're like, holy shit, this situation is escalating so fast. This is getting so crazy. This is fucking exciting. I should say, if you don't know Death Note, by the way, this death god gives a kid this book where if he pictures someone in his mind and writes their name, they will die. And on top of that, he can write how they're gonna die. And he starts using it to rid the world. It gets so big so fast. He decides he wants to rid the world of crime. So anytime they show a criminal on TV, he sees their face, he writes down their name, and they all just start dying. And it changes the whole world. And it's really cool for season 1. Then for season 2, it took me multiple tries to get through it because it can't keep up that pace, and it gets so bad. So like, I'd say that too about the live action movie. Season 1 of the anime is, way better than the Netflix movie, no question. 1,000,000 times better. But I think the Netflix movie is better than season 2 of the anime because I did not like season 2 of the anime at all. It did everything season 1 didn't do, in the sense that it just padded out things and dragged out storylines and clearly didn't know where it was going. So the fact that this Netflix Death Note movie falls in the middle, worse than season 1 but better than season 2, I think that deserves a lot more respect than it gets. Again, okay, sure, maybe it's a shitty movie, but there's stuff in it that is very cool.